Well, now, what is this they just dropped off for me? They were nice enough to bring this down. I went up to Salem to look at this. They wanted to meet me at the Sportsman's Warehouse parking lot. And this thing turned out to be a little nicer than I anticipated. So I bought it on the spot. They said, give us cash, we'll deliver it. So they did. Here it is. This is a 2008 Miles 72 volt electric truck. They were like fleet trucks. Anyway, like I said, it turned out to be way nicer than I thought. There's very little dings and scratches in it. The bed's nearly perfect. A ZX40 ST was last licensed in 15. It's pretty dirty, but it's pretty good. So the Honda's got 12-inch wheels and tires. This has 13s, a little bigger. And we'll go over this thing in a little bit. So let me get this thing around back, and we'll have a look at it. Good day, YouTube. It is the 15th of February, 2025. Yep, yesterday was Valentine's Day, and this, I guess, is my Valentine's present to myself or something. Why do I like these things? I don't know. Anyway, this is like I said maybe a bit ago, this is a 2008. It's built by a company in China called Miles, and they built a number of different small 72 volt electric vehicle. This is the ZX40 ST Miles. I'm not sure what that McCoy thing is, but I guess we'll pull that off there. This is in really good condition, actually. It's very straight for a pickup. It's dirty. We'll have a lot of fun cleaning this up. We'll have a lot of fun taking the reflector tape off of it. The tires don't need to be replaced, but they're likely to be replaced kind of quickly. The spare tire appears to be new. Back in here's where you charge this thing. Open up that little black box. Someone had fashioned up like a wiring harness with a 120 volt plug on one end and a twist lock on the other, and that's it. I will obviously build something nicer than that. Like I say, this thing is dirty, needs cleaning, but it's not bad. With some cleaning and some armor rolling and such, it'll be nice. I was pretty skeptical about this vehicle after talking to the owner a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I literally drove my Honda Acti to Salem, Oregon to look at this. In the morning I thought, well, let's hook the trailer up and behind the Super Duty, and let's go up and, because we might end up buying this. I thought, this isn't going to work out for me. I just got a feeling it's not going to. And then I get up there, and I was told the brakes weren't good, and they weren't. In fact, there was no fluid in the reservoir, but there is now. And these brakes still need work. It just barely stops. But everything else works. The lights work. The driving lights work. There's more scratches and so forth on this front bumper than there is on the rest of the car. The glass is good. Looks like it's had an antenna on the top, and the headliner's currently missing. Mirrors are good. There's no dings. There's no rust it functions. The only thing weird about it is getting this thing to initially drive when you turn the key on. Getting this thing to drive, and I basically paid for batteries. He put high-end batteries in it. I'm not sure what they are. He's going to try and get me a receipt and send it to me. It's got 6 12-volt batteries. I can't remember what he said that he paid for them, but I was concerned that he put like car batteries in it or something, and they're not. They're very close to what it probably had. So everything lays down just like the Honda Acti. So tailgate, bedside. Looking at this, trying to figure out why. Oh, I see them. That lays down. Okay. That's good. Lays that down. Lays that down. Every time you drop a tailgate all the way down on one of these, blocks the taillights and the license plate and such. Acti does the same thing. So that's why I put chains on it so I can hold it horizontal. So I took a picture of this next to the Acti, and boy, this makes the Acti look small. This is it's like a 7.5 foot bed. It's taller, it's wider. It's got this extra cab feature. Driver's seat's pretty raggy, but the foam's still good, so we'll find seat covers for it. In fact, I just put some in the tracker. They might be good enough for this too. So we'll get these cleaned up, make it look better. Got the manual for it. And I got the key on my keychain here. Let me, if the miles are real, this has a couple thousand miles on it. Oops, what'd you grab the Honda key for, Glenn? I don't know. Sorry. Not used to. Yeah, it says 2032. What if I push this? Nothing happens. Wipers work. That's good. So evidently, it's got 2,000 miles on it. And it's got a heater. And not kidding you, it's got air conditioning. That's amazing. He said it for sure would need like recharged. Okay, so that's, sorry, I'm pushing this down to cool. Does that turn AC on? That turns AC on. I don't hear a compressor running yet. Of course, it's cold out anyway, but I don't know what that is. Pulls a solenoid in though. We have to get the book out. It's cold, but is it refrigerated? Not sure. I don't know. This thing's gonna be a lot of fun to fix up. I really enjoy stuff like that. We got a light up here. So that's auto mode. I smell warmth. If I turn that to there, oh yeah, it's warm. So the button on the right. Is heat. And if I turn this to defrost, fan up. Oh yeah. Shoot. That's cool. So that must be the heater button. The heater button. Okay, what else do we want to see? Does the horn work? Yep, sounds good. The headliner, like I said, is missing. I think we can cut a piece of vinyl for it. What else do we want to look at? So under the driver's seat, there's an automotive battery, and I think the controller is under the driver's seat. And those are opened by two clips in the front. And there's a metal pan. The seat rocks back. And then under the other side is the battery charger. That's why the power inlet is on that side. Let's pop the hood. See if that brake fluid I added is running down the firewall. I'll pause you for a sec. Well, there's still fluid in it. So that's the reservoir. Master cylinder must be under the dash somewhere. That'll be fun if we have to get to it. This looks like something, but it's not there. Windshield washers, fuse box, wiper motor, washer hose, washer nozzles. I want to clean this in the worst way right now. I'll probably put you guys on hold here and get a little washing in. It's supposed to rain tonight, so I don't have water service here at my shop, so I keep water in that white tote right there. But if I spray this down with Awesome Cleaner, I just kind of scrub it a little bit. By morning, it might be clean. So I'm going to do that. I'll turn the camera back on in the morning, and we'll go from there. 1, 2 bolts, 3 bolts, probably a couple bolts at the rear somewhere. That's how you get to the batteries. They're right here. Alright. Okay. I'm going to get to cleaning a little bit just because I want it to look a little more presentable. And then tomorrow we'll pull those stickers off and kind of go from there. But right now, very happy with my purchase. Kind of excited to go next level with this. Start cleaning it up, make it presentable. First thing my wife says is, can we go for a ride? Well, as soon as I get the brakes sorted. Alright guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Well, boys and girls, it's getting dark. I did use some of my precious water and gave this thing a quick bath. It sure looks better. A long way to go. And then I took the book in and I read through it pretty good. There's one switch that has evidently been added. I don't know what it does. I guess we'll figure it out eventually. And other than that, there's a sequence to starting this thing. And I'll get there, but it takes me a minute to get this thing rolling. But yeah, the biggest thing is the brakes. Got issues with the brakes. The parking brake works well, so it is sort of drivable. I'd love to take it to the car wash tomorrow and get after the inside of this thing too, but we'll see. This is the button. I don't know what it is. I do not know. It does have delay, wiper delay. I'm gonna put the key in and see what happens when I push that button. Alright, well, it lights up. I wonder what that is. Okay, let's turn the headlights back off. Oh, again, this thing did have a whirlybird light or something on the top. That's probably what it was. Can't see anything on. Okay. Check those side marker lights now. So we got a switch. We need to put something in then, I guess. And then those are the fog lights. Let's go the same direction. The reflectors, I guess. Okay. License plate lights working. These are on currently. I gotta get a picture of that. It's cool. This thing comes around, we'll throw some LEDs at it. Let's check those marker lights. We'll go in turn signal. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking. Those got a little moisture in them there. Other turn signal. Look, I even washed the bed. Thing's in fantastic shape. Oh yeah. Oh, she's a cutie. Tons of cab room, height, leg room. Too bad I can't have the best of both little trucks. Get an engine in this one and batteries in the other one. This one's might be more comfy. Yeah. All right. Okay, guys. I'll catch you tomorrow. Is that it's a brake light. Cool. Very cool. All right. I'm done messing with you guys. So see you tomorrow. All right, guys. Just leaving the car wash. It is the next day. See if we can make it go. I did it more to clean the inside out than the outside, and I did get water everywhere. So what I wanted to show you was these things are left at factory to go 25 miles an hour to meet the low-speed vehicle. But it goes way faster than that. So somebody's retweaked the controller because there's 35. So we're gonna turn south here, where it is like a 35 mile an hour speed zone. The brakes are not good, but they're improving slightly. So let's do a speed run right here, right now. Alright, we're floored. Okay, it's a 35 zone. We just hit 30. We will get to 35, I know. I thought I'd do 40, we're at 36. Alright, we're safely back at the shop. Got it back inside. I'm going to take a few minutes and take these reflectors off. Yeah, I didn't notice till this morning all these dents in the hood. And they're going to be difficult to get to. Might get one of those hot glue things you put on, see if any of these will pull or pop. There's one more over there. Didn't notice them in the semi-darkness last night. Open this door. It was so dirty inside, so to the car wash it went. Still got cleaning to do. But yeah, there we go. It's better. Better. I got all kinds of water in here. That's all right. Okay, I'll check back with you when I get those things off of there. Here's some more. Kind of go from there. It's getting cleaner, getting better. The issue I was having getting this thing to go, I mentioned there was a sequence. That's what the previous owner told me. But it's actually got something else going on. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's improving, but we'll see how that goes. So if I take that toggle switch, the forward reverse toggle switch, after I turn the key on, foot on the brake, emergency brake on, I fiddle with that, and then if it doesn't go, I take the emergency brake off, I guess, leave my foot on the brake, and I just toggle that switch back and forth a dozen or more times, and then I can hear it engage, and then I can go. I can go reverse. I can do all that stuff. I think it's better. I did that in the garage a whole bunch of times here before I left. I went to breakfast, and then we went to the car wash. So, yeah, I don't know if it'll improve enough or if we're going to need to do something. It's possibly the controller. I've had similar things happen on golf carts and had to replace the controller, and that's going to cost some bucks. Okay, here we go. Hi, boys and girls. It's actually been a couple of days. I didn't film anything yesterday, maybe yesterday afternoon either, or day before, I mean. But I got all those reflective stickers off of it, so it's really looking better, just getting it cleaned up a little bit. So that's great. I've been driving it, which is great. DMV was open today. I got in there and I got the paperwork done. That went great. So I just got to run by my insurance guy. Yesterday was President's Day, by the way, so nobody was open. And right now, I got like 14 miles out of this yesterday when the battery gauge said it was over with. It was 10%. I mean, the thing just falling like a rock, the gauge was. But it didn't really affect the performance. So, you know, my first thought was, you know, these batteries, the guy told me they were brand new and I paid a lot of money for them. Maybe they're not. Well, maybe it's the gauge. So, here's what we're going to do. A couple things. Okay, a couple things. One is we're going to see if one of my many spare generators will charge the battery, so I can go test this and understand when it really runs out. Do I have to watch the gauge or what? So anyway, I've got that little Kippur 1000-watt generator, which I've done a video on, but I locked my door. My keys are in it. Yeah, so I'm going to take that with us. We're going to go for a drive till it's done, and I've already been out for, I don't know, 11, 12 miles, something like that. And it drives out really good. The brakes are coming back on their own. I'm not even kidding you. But they're regenerative braking, so they work differently than other brakes. So you kind of push down on the brake pedal, and then in a second or two, it kind of goes down and it starts stopping great. So I'm going to check the fluid again, because I've put fluid in it a couple times. Not that it got low, but I was just kind of topping it off. When I got it, it was low, and they just almost didn't function. Now, not bad. So brakes, yes. So, and I now want to see if I can charge this baby running my generator, so I know if I get too far away from home and the batteries do go dead, because I can't believe the gauge, I can charge them and get home. Might take a while, but it'll work. Then I can proceed to mount, you know, in the world of 72 volt meters and gauges and stuff, there's a lot of options today. So whatever's in there, maybe it's bad, maybe it'll start working better, I don't know, but I'd like to know where I'm at. Let me set you up and we'll test the generator. All right, so the gauge is reading, I think, below 50%. with only like 11 or 12 miles on it. So let's plug this in with the kilowatt and I'll show you. I didn't like that for a minute. Well, guys, it's drawing 8.6 amps, which is going to be really close to max on this machine. Okay, it's an amp over. It's an amp over. 7.5 amps what it's rated for. So I took this along in case I needed to get home. And wrong choice. I'll get a bigger one. But anyway, we know what I can and can't do. Okay, just a little update for today. I'm going to just kind of drive the wheels off this thing. I'll go find another beater generator to throw in, and in case we have to get home. So with that, I'll see you in a bit. All right, boys and girls, today has been a day with the Miles electric truck of experimenting with it. I literally said I'm gonna go find out how many miles this thing will go on the battery. So this thing has this battery gauge over here, but it's the dangest thing. You start off with the thing reading 100%, and then it just starts dropping, and it drops quickly. And I got really worried about it yesterday, and I hightailed it back to the shop, wondering if I was going to make it, and it was down to 10%. And today I thought, you know what? Because I'd only gone 13 miles. I don't think it's the batteries that's a problem. I think it's the gauge that's the problem. So let's try it. So, I guess you've seen it because I'm going to include it in the video. Anyway, I took generator with me, as you did see. And at about 25 miles, I was done. And that gauge would do whatever it wanted to do. I don't know. It's weird. So I need to get a 72 volt meter for this, what I need to get, and see what's up. So the other thing is last night I'm on Marketplace, and there's a set of wheels, 13-inch aluminum wheels, that are for sale. It's got tires on them. I don't know if tires are usable or not until we get there, but that's okay. I wouldn't be worried about putting tires on this thing. So I pulled the tire off the left front, and it has like 100%, if I could see it. Well, there it is down there. 100% pads left. Rotors look new. I mean, got 2,000 miles on it, right? And it doesn't go very fast, so it doesn't stop very hard. And yeah, so this thing is definitely tuned in at 35 miles an hour. The brakes are getting better. They're not leaking or anything. I was thinking it's still pushing the tiniest little bit of fluid out. I mean, air out of the fluid. Because the brakes keep improving. So how this works, so I'm discovering as I go, if you put down on the brake pedal and hold it there, in about 2 seconds, the brakes start increasing like that. It's got the regen system in it, right? Which we know it does. And if you leave your foot where you put it, all of a sudden this thing doesn't lock up, but it comes to an abrupt stop. Where before I know I was hitting them and trying to pump the brakes up like there was a ton of air in them. There probably was. But overdriving it a little bit yesterday and as much today as I could till the batteries were dead. Had to charge myself up for 15 minutes so I could make it home. And yeah, the brakes are coming around. The starting issue, or that allows the thing to run, was very, very weird. But this morning I tried something I hadn't tried before. So the ignition switch, goes from off to on, and there's a start, as if this had a gas motor in it. I thought, well, they just used whatever switch was in the column, and maybe they have. But I went all the way to the start position, and the thing drove immediately. Where I'm at the restaurant the other day, I spent like a minute flipping things and turning things on and off and whatever. And I was starting to worry that we were going to get towed home. But after I did that this morning, the thing just took right off. And several times today, well, almost every time today, it always did that. And I never had to flip buttons back and forth a bunch of times. I did have to do that ignition switch trick all the way, drop the brake, put it in gear, and away it goes. I did have to fiddle with that ignition switch 2 times, a couple times, throughout the day. So 2 times, it didn't do it the first time. It did it the second time. So I'm learning, it's learning. Everything about this thing is getting better, is what I'm saying. Now then, I wanted to show you, because I pulled this tire off. I would have almost been happy if I could have just powder coated the wheels and found some center caps. I hate no center caps. I might have some chrome lug nuts here anyway. But look at the DOT sticker. Let me see if I can get this in a spot where you can see it. 3507, March 5th, 2007. Yep, they're old. They are old. There's some little bit of cracks starting to come in and so forth. So these are definitely time. And again, depending on what's on these wheels I get later today for tires, I'll either run them on those wheels, or I'll order a set of 165 7013s. Okay. 16570R13C. What's the C for? I've never seen that before. China? I don't know. Good ride. Good ride. So anyway, that's that. These things are very rusty. So good. That might be your only update for today. Not too much going on. I'm going to see if I have some luggy nutties to fit this vehicle. Let me look. Oh, was I backwards? I was definitely backwards. I was pausing while I was playing. So these are SAE. These are McMetric, and I believe they're going to fit. So these fit metric golf carts, and this can't be much more than a metric golf cart. Right. I think they're 12 by 1.25 pitch. There we go. Okay. So I won't put these on till we get wheels, and then I'm not guaranteeing the wheels we're getting are correct. I mean, for this, the lug nut for the wheels is correct. So we'll find out. We'll get them home. So I'd be grateful if the tires were runnable. This thing doesn't really need much for tires, because it don't go very fast. So yeah, got it. I'm gonna peel out 4 better looking ones and throw those rusty ones in a scrap. Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking. Because the ones I took off, they were disgusting. But, what do you do? Where are they at? Here they are. Okay. I'll get these put on. I'll hopefully go get some wheels tonight. And I'm just fiddling. I went through all the fuse boxes and looked around. There actually is one underneath the driver's side dash I haven't looked at yet. Need to. I just kind of cleaned this up a little bit more looking. That's kind of how I spot things that need to be addressed. I think before I go to bed tonight, I'll come out here and do the touch-up paint on all that deep scratches and such. Pull the license plates, that kind of thing. And tomorrow, what are we going to do tomorrow? I'm not really positive yet. Kind of feel like I still want to play with this a little. So we'll see what happens when we get up tomorrow. And it is tomorrow. Boys and girls, these are the wheels I got. I got them last night, and I actually put one on to see what it looked like. They've been sitting around long enough that the tires no longer seal on the bead. So I put 50 pounds of air in the one I put on, and it's flat this morning. I knew it would be. Left the jack under it and everything. So yeah, the clear coat's not great on the wheels, but I paid $100 for the set of 4. I ordered tires this morning, so they'll be here in a few days, and we'll get them mounted up and put them on there. But I had to put them on to see what they look like. Very, very happy with them for the price. I'll show them to you. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, this will look great. I mean, I looked even for new wheels and like wheel and tire combination. I really didn't find anything that looked like appropriate for this vehicle. This looks good. I told you yesterday that those were March of 07, which is, you know, just months, maybe a year before this was built. So yeah, they are definitely original, but nice having a rig with only 2,000 miles on it. The brake pads were like new, so yeah, that's good. That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna put this stock wheel back on so I can do stuff and drive it, so forth. And the next thing on the list, I took the front license plate off, would be to just touch up all these bumper scratches and such. There's even a little one down here, so we're just going to go over them with a brush and probably some white Rust-Oleum. Hopefully I have some. Got a little heater going out here. What are we temperature out here on the wall? 44-ish. I got a fire going in the other room too. Haven't even turned the lights on yet. Oh, got all kinds of stuff going on out here. All kinds of stuff. I need to button all this stuff up and quit buying things in the middle, and because I got a golf cart out there to finish, and this one probably to finish and stuff. I remember there was a little white Rust-Oleum. That's gloss white. That's what I need right there. Can I reach it? Okay. Gloss white Rust-Oleum. Stuff's awesome. Okay, let me get started on this. Here we go. Guys, this is the front license plate bracket off that little truck, and it's just solid rust. So we're going to convert the rust with Rust Sergeant. Okay, look it up. I have a lot of videos on this. Just put a little tiny bit in a little cup. We're going to paint this out. It'll turn the rust to black, and then we can paint it. So hopefully by the time we're done touching up all the little things on that truck, this will be ready to paint. We'll just paint it white, and we'll put it on tomorrow. All right, I'll show you when it's done. All right, I started patching this up a little bit. I'll bring you along for a while. When this video gets long, I'm just going to split it into 2, however it's convenient. Oh yeah. Again, it's just white Rust-Oleum. You found it on my shelf. Probably got it at a yard sale somewhere, because I never see them and not get them. You never know. Not sure if you can see up here. You catch it though. Shadows. I got shadows. Moving you over. I know it's kind of boring, but I won't make you sit through much of it. That was a good scuff right there too. Not only was the paint broke out, the paint that was left was scuffed. Had to deal with it. Man, I can't get an angle I want here. Oh yeah, do a little more and I'll cut you loose. On a roll here. Frustrating. Okay. Still whiter than white, but better than black. Gang, there it is, all touched up. It looks okay, right? You know, I had no idea this thing, you know, when I got this thing, it was so dirty that I couldn't tell the front of that hood is so beat up. I don't know if they spend its whole life pushing it around and denting up the hood or what, but I have to make like a bra for it. Anyway, the front end and the camera looks really good. I mean, you can see it real life, but over time we get it, you know, cleaned and polished and stuff. It'll match a little better. A little better. Is what it is. Way better than black, right? And again, 20 footer. Yep, it is. It is. Okay, I did that steel license plate holder with the Rust Sergeant, and this is what it does. It turns it black, and it's a primered paintable surface. I always use this little brush so I don't get another one all painted on. A primered paintable surface. It covers real good. So if you've got like a yard art tractor or vehicle or something, or you're restoring, the guys that did this, if you saw the what looks like a Jeep, that is what the people that developed this do, is restore like military vehicles and such. And we'll just paint this up, let it dry for a day, put it back on tomorrow. Okay, here we go.